to ask for a change on the agenda first. And then you can throw whatever you want in. Russ Crayley, because of the snowstorm last week, has to rush off to another meeting. So I would like to move up the building official to report to the beginning of the meeting, even prior to doing the omnibus. And also move up the ordinance approving the proposed subdivision of the Hainesville Firestone retail property, so Russ is present for that.
Move as amended.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustees Priest,
Aye.
Duberstein, Daly,
Aye.
and Walkington.
Aye.
Motion carried.
At this time, before we begin with those two items, we do take public comments. Has the clerk received any cards or submittals?
I don't, but Katie did one of them.
Katie did? Spring is here!
I've got mine if you want to come on.
Come on! The mic is all yours.
I'll give it to you.
This will be official.
Thank you.
I'll have to lower it a bit.
You can also take it out and you can walk the floor, whatever you want to do.
So I can perform for you. I've had the occasion to meet a few of you thus far. I actually just wanted to take the opportunity to introduce myself really quickly. I am the new in-district staffer for State Representative Stan Yingling, so right across the way is our office. Just wanted to come by and say hi. As I said, it's Kate Bailey, or Katie, I go by both, so I'll take whatever. I'm excited to be in Hainesville, and if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, I'm at the office pretty regularly. If I'm not out for something else, but I'm always happy to field any of those for you. So, thank you.
Well, thank you for coming and a very warm welcome to you. Katie, you want to take one of my cards?
Absolutely, and when I get my cards in, I will be happy to bring
So
them.
I will track you down.
Good. I just found one over here.
You can find me with all those numbers in my email.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, we will move on to the other public comments. Come on, don't be shy, folks. Hold the crowds back. All right, let's go to Russ's building official report.
Thank you. We should have a report for the month. It's kind of dismal when it comes down to collecting any money. We didn't give out any permits for anything last month. Just occupancy inspections. Did a lot of violations for Christmas decorations. So that's basically what happened.
You were very popular.
I'm sure. Well, that's it.
All right. At this time, we're going to move up to business item number 1, an ordinance approving the proposed subdivision of the Hainesville Firestone retail property. The Plan Commission has made the recommendation that this board approve as such. Do we have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Trustees Priest,
Aye.
Duberstein, Daly,
Aye.
and Walkington. All in favor? All in favor. Motion carried, I so
I
apologize.
don't know what she had for dinner.
What's in that glass?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know, they seem to be having a good time. That's what happens when you serve cookies.
Is there an ordinance number?
Oh, yeah.
Ordinance number?
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
That's what you
That's one of them.
That's one of them. I don't have the ordinance number.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I don't.
Okay. It'll be on the website.
It'll be on the website. If you want to call me tomorrow, I'll give it to you. Sorry.
All right, we will forgive the clerk. Okay, at this time, we'll go back to following the agenda as listed. Omnibus agenda, do we have a motion for approval?
So moved.
Yes.
Okay. Roll call.
Trustees Priest,
Aye.
Duberstein, Daly,
Aye.
and Walkington.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, we're going to move on to reports and communications. Village Engineer Director.
Thanks, Mayor. Just a couple of things this month. First, we're working on general stormwater for the MS4 permit that obligation that we have from the IEPA. It's going to involve a little bit of stormwater sampling and some more documentation. And then the other thing we worked on this month basically was the Firestone subdivision review that you recently approved. That's all.
Okay. And Greg is the only one that's spoken eloquently so far tonight, and except maybe Jim, he says too.
Thank you.
Any update on Washington Street?
George, you can't close that one door.
I'm not gonna close it all the way, I just wanna close it enough so you can hear that.
I'm sorry, Gary, what did you say?
Any update on Washington Street?
No, it's supposed to, bids were supposed to be this spring. I'll call them and get a firm answer for you this next week.
Okay. Hear from our village attorney, Jim Rock.
Mayor Soto. This past month we worked on the review and revision of the village sign ordinance, and we plan to have a public hearing at the March 26th board meeting on the revisions to the sign ordinance. The notice of the public hearing it will be published, I think, on Monday. Was that correct?
It was published Monday, and then by the Friday, the sign is to go.
So there'll be a sign in place, and you'll get those revisions plenty of time to see them before the hearing, and we won't, we wouldn't take action on them during the hearing, but we will put that on the agenda for that meeting that follows the hearing that evening. Also, we worked on the subdivision ordinance and the documents that were just approved a few moments ago. And another issue that just cropped up today, maybe it's been...
Well, it got to the level where I needed to bring it to your
Right,
attention.
Jim, it's been brewing.
Yeah, it's been brewing. It's been
Had a
brewing.
conversation about there's a potential of maybe developing a snow and ice removal ordinance that would require property owners to remove the snow and ice from the sidewalks on their properties. This most recent large amount of snow that we've had caused some issues with that, and people's failure to remove snow and ice has caused some problems for the children and others trying to use sidewalks in the community.
And I'll add to that in my report. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time we'll hear from our Public Works Superintendent, Jeff Gately.
Thank you. I will try to be eloquent.
I'm counting on you, Jeff.
As everybody is aware, February has been the snow month of the whole season. We have feverishly been busy. We have gone through about 1,500 gallons of our beet juice calcium chloride, which is actually doing a fantastic job. Off the top, it doesn't look like we're saving a lot of money. We actually are. We're getting a much better clearing of the roads with a lot less labor. We have not actually had to go back out after an event to go clean up slop. So this is working very well. Streets are safer. I think we've got the mixture down. The application rates are good. I think we finally got it. A lot of communities, it's one of these things, you just keep doing it until you get it right. I think we've gotten it right. That said, we have about 100 gallons left. It's going to get us through the rest of the season. I'm not going to order any more. Over and done with that. Also, over the last month or so, we've been working on the ash borer grant. I'll let the mayor touch on that a little bit. We did spend quite a bit of time creating a plan in hopes of achieving the goal of receiving a grant. We'll see how that ends. I know the mayor needs to make an announcement about that. Other than that, that's all I got for now. Thank you.
I just want to add, Jeff, and for the board and the audience to hear, I received a lot of compliments and phone calls. I know the staff did too. Emails, phone calls on the terrific job that was done in Hainesville in clearing the roads. We may have issues with sidewalks, but the roads are good. I had many people comment that some of them have very long commutes. They've gone through numerous towns, and they said Hainesville roads had it down. So my applause, and yes, the beet juice chloride mixture has worked phenomenally well. I'm very pleased with it, and also just pleased with the crew on the snow removal efforts. So just noted, job well done.
I will let everybody else know too.
All right, we'll move on to our EMA coordinator, Mike Beckham.
Thank you, Mayor. And good job, Jeff. I was one of probably a bunch of people that complimented you, so I have a super commute. And I look forward to getting home for a couple of reasons, and the roads are one of them.
You drive all the way from Evanston?
Evanston.
Yeah.
So I could see a lot of pain there.
Yeah.
First of all, the next meeting that we're going to have for emergency management will be April 15th, which is tax day. The topic we're going to be covering will be the use of solar power during an emergency. Also, March is severe weather preparedness month in Illinois. Please be aware of that. And with that, I noticed, or I paid attention in the news that with the earthquakes in California, they made the comment to have at least 2 weeks worth of preparedness needs. The norm is 72 hours. So it gives everybody something to think about. The comment was out there, if the infrastructure is destroyed or has to be built, it could be a couple of weeks before they can get any type of help. So you might want to think about that for yourself, that 3 days may not be enough. And that's all I have.
Okay. Good food for thought. Thanks, Mike. Our treasurer, Kelly Hensley, is not present tonight. She's had a nasty bug wreaking havoc with her household. That being said, she has been diligently working from home and in contact with me and Trustee Daly in order to get the new budget under wraps, and Jerry will enlighten us during his report on that issue. We'll move on to our village clerk, Kathy Metzler.
Okay, I do actually have the ordinance number. It is 13-170, so we're good on that. And basically just been working with Trustee Crease for the postcards and getting things on the website for the identity theft, working with Attorney Black and Linda on the public hearing and tonight's meeting, and my desk. So that's all I have to report.
Okay, thank you. Then it's the mayor's turn. I know Jeff's just chomping at the bit over there. Emerald Ash Borer grants. We hosted a workshop here, and yes, we feverishly worked on writing 2 grants, and I'm happy to announce that we were indeed awarded the reforestation grant, which is the larger grant of the 2 that we applied for. So that is excellent news. So we will be able to implement our plan, our 5-year plan. First year is off to a great start. The second grant is wood utilization. It's a smaller grant. It has to do with the recycling of the wood. And I still don't have a concrete response, although I was trying my best to get one before tonight's meeting. A little birdie whispered in my ear that we may have gotten it, but until I hear it from the horse's mouth, I'm not taking anything for granted. But the good news is that we did get the larger of the 2, and that's really the meat and potatoes. So we will have more. In fact, at the town hall meeting, we'll be discussing it. We'll probably even have a chart on display that shows the plan and how this will be tackled. But that's very exciting news, and the hard work did pay off. Also, in the report in your packets, and I want everybody out there to be aware that down in Springfield, they are bringing back the fear of taking away some of our monies from our sales tax, our monthly funds that we get, which are commonly referred to as the LGDF funds. And so mayors and municipalities all over are crying out, and Katie, I know you're listening, and